Hi beauties, it's Jean Piersanti with Beauty and the Stamper, and today I'm going to show you how to make a card. I made this card with my online class. We made multiple cards using the Festive and Bright stamp set. We will also be using the dies that you can purchase in a bundle. And so I'll quickly show you the cards that we made. We made this one, and this one. And I don't know if you could see it or not, but there is like the mesh there. And it looks like tinsel. It's so cute. So many varieties, but I'm going to show you how to make this one today. So very nice, very cute, perfect for fall. We are going to use a piece of 5 1/4 by 4. We're going to get out our stamps that have the little apples on it. Now, they could be made into peaches, they could be made into plums. You can make them into whatever you'd like, but I'm just gonna go ahead and get that all juiced up, and I'm using the just Memento Black because I'm gonna be using some Stampin' Blends. I'm gonna be using my pad here. That's going to give us some room. Now there is a way, there's apples hanging down this way, but not hanging that way. So make sure.
I couldn't hear what you said.
That's my phone, my watch. Hold please, there we go. All right, so we're going to put this about 1/3 of the way down, and it's going to be going over the edge. You can see right here and right here that it is going over the edge. And when I pull it back up, it has a nice line of apples or fruit or whatever you'd like. I am going to be using my Stampin' Blends. We're going to be using the the light and the dark shaded spruce, the Coral Calypso in light, the light cherry cobbler, and the bronze. So we're going to be using all of those. I'm just going to quickly show you. I'm going to take, I like to use the thin side since we're working with smaller pieces. And you're just going to color all those little twigs with your brown. Then you're going to color those apples, and we're going to take the Calypso Coral, and I'm just going to go like this. And at the same time, I would do all of them. Then I go in with my cherry cobbler. We're going to go right around the edge here, come back, and then just like that, leave that little bit there. Then I'm going to come back with that cherry cobbler again. No, the Calypso Coral again. And we're just going to go over it one more time, the whole entire thing, and that's just going to blend that out. So if you can see there, it's got a nice little apple with some light coming in. We're going to do the same with a leaf here using the light. We're going to go ahead and go right in here, get the dark, and just go right where you think that shade would be. So I'm going to go ahead and just do a little bit there. We're going to go back over with that, with the light, just to make it blend, and then you'll see that they all pop out. So I just did the one there. How cute is that, just to have the one section? But when it's all done, it's going to look like this. So we're going to set that off to the side. We are going to get some pieces here. We're going to get our little blessed stamp. Get that nice and done up there. And we're just going to stamp that piece. And then we're going to get out our extra pieces of, we've got our stamped piece, we have an extra white, and we have a piece of cherry cobbler. And we are getting out our little mini stamp, cut, and emboss machine. We're going to take this guy here, and I am going to use a piece of Post-it note labeling and covering up tape. Why? Because I want this to be on here perfectly. I don't want it to move around. That actually looks really good right there. I'm just gonna put that down so it doesn't move. This one I'm gonna do separately. This little guy here, I'm gonna get out the apple die. Hold on. And I'm gonna get out the leaf dies. We're gonna put that guy through there. We're gonna put that and get it going on through there. Ooh. It's moving around, I'm not holding too tight. Anyways, we get that guy out of the way. And we've got this perfect, and it pulls off its Post-it note, so you're not going to get anything else pulling off. You've got your little blessed sign there. You've got your apple. Here's our little apple here. And then we've got our leaves. I just throw it down and it comes out. If not, just take your pick tool and poke the little holes there. All right, so then I'm going to take this guy onto our cherry cobbler. We're going to run that through again. And this is what you're going to come up with. You're going to come up with all the stuff we just cut. We've got an apple, our leaves, and we've got our cherry cobbler and our greeting. Now we get to put it all together. But first, let's color up our little leaves and our apples. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to put the light there. And the same thing here. And I'm just holding it. But just color these guys up really good. You'll want to go around the sides as well, as not to have little bits of white. Just like that. And then to give it dimension, go ahead and add some little bit of green there. And then I'm gonna add that, same here. You can go back over it again if you'd like. So we're going to set that off to the side. We're going to do the same thing with our little apple here. Just going over it like that. Get our cherry cobbler. Do the same thing here. And again, get around those sides. Just like that. I think I'm gonna there we go. Then go back over again with that Calypso coral, same method, just to get it all blended. And when it dries, it's going to be so nice. Now I did leave the little stem because we're going to put a little bit of bronze right up on top there. All right, we've got all of our pieces. I'm going to move that off to the side and let me show you. Now these are the exact same size, but I want a little bit of a border. So how I do that is I just take my paper snips, snip that little guy right in half, get out my multi-adhesive glue, and we're just going to put this guy on there. Just get a little bit there and line that up. So now that cherry cobbler is hidden behind the white, but we have that little piece there. We're going to do the same thing to this one. And you see me touching that to get a little bit of that glue on that side, and then just line it up the best you can. Measure it. You don't have a lot of time, so more importantly is to get these sides lined up so they're not peeking out. If they do peek out, you just cut it off and that's okay. But there we go. I think we got it nice and lined up so you can't see anything. All right, let's put the rest of this together. We're going to get this piece here. We're going to get our base, which is a cherry cobbler. Get my bone folder and just burnish that down to give it a nice flat edge there. And what I have done is I take my memento and I wrap it around long ways like this. I make a bow, and then I take it off, and I'll have a bow right here. I just snip right here, and you've got this great bow that can wrap right around here. So I place that where I want it. I'm gonna get out my Stampin' Seal, and this is the Stampin' Seal Plus because that's gonna hold that down really nicely. Oh, I'm having an issue. There we go. Get that right nice and lined up. And now I'm going to take this, and I'm going to get it all around here, including on the, there we go. It's kind of coming out thick there, so I'm going to, there we go. Put this guy and line him up, get a great little border there, just like that. I like to flip mine over and go like that. So there's that part. And now I'm going to get out some dimensionals. We're going to put them on both sides, the top and the bottom. Not in the middle because it's going to go over the ribbon there. I'm going to get my Take Your Pick tool and get those guys off of there. Put it right over the ribbon. And you can arrange your ribbon however you like if it kind of makes a mess. There we go. Now, where did my apples go? Here they are. My little apples. And I'm going to go over this one more time with the light Calypso coral because you can really see that dark and it's not blended enough for me. So I want to blend it a little bit more. And that alcohol just in the marker rejuvenates that green. And the more you put this on, the darker it gets. All right, we're going back. We're going to put a little bit here on the back of our apple, just a tad. And then we're going to take this little guy and put him in the back there. So then we have those little guys popping right out. You see there? And then I'm going to take one more of these mini guys here and put it down toward the bottom. And then that way I can line that up and have that in line with this area. And there you go. The only thing we have left to do is add a little bit of sparkle and we are done. So let's get that sparkle. Got the take your pick tool, and we are going to add one here. We'll add another one here. Let's do one more here. And then we will add just one more. Let's go with right about here. Well, that's only 4. Let's get one more. I like to work in 3s and I like to work in 5s. I think a lot of artists like to do that. So we'll just, oh, where to go? Yeah, just, I'm not playing this game right. Let's put it right there. Oh, forget it. Oh, there we go. And there you go. There's your card. I hope you like it. If you do, give me a big thumbs up. Make sure you let me know if you love this set or not. Again, this was our online class. We made all these cards together. And our next class is the Pretty Pumpkins. So if you purchase the Pretty Pumpkins within the next, I would say, few days, you'll be able to get them in time for our online class at the end of October. So if you want to be in the online class, make sure you purchase that Pretty Pumpkins. I'll put the link down below. I'll also put the links for the post-it notes in case you want to get it. I just got it on Amazon. Here is the September host code. And again, I hope you like everything. You are so cool for sticking around this long. I appreciate it. And have a great day. Bye!